It's been so long since I've done my makeup. How long will it take me to do my makeup? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I missed you, girl. Where you been? No, actually, I know you all are like, no, where have you been? But I'm back. I'm back, guys, with the simplest, quickest, easiest brown smoky eye you've ever seen in your life. Be prepared to be blown away. This look is so super fast and it's so good for anybody who's new to makeup and wants to get that sexy smoky eye, and you're so scared of it. You have no need to be scared because I'm telling you, this tutorial is so super easy. So all I did was I primed my eyes with the Urban Decay primer potion, and then I went into the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette and I took the color 1987 and I'm placing that all over my eyelids to really lock in that primer. And then what I'm doing is with the same brush, I'm using that color in my crease to really define my crease. Now you can go as intense here as you want, but because we're only using two shadows, yeah girl, you heard me right, only two shadows for the smoky eye, I'm going to really make sure that that is really nicely intensified in my crease. So now we're going on to the main color, the one that's really going to stand out and take this look to va va voom status. We're going into the color Punk, and it's a really beautiful chocolatey brown color, and what I'm doing is I'm just dabbing that all over my eyelid. And as you can see, I'm being incredibly messy. I'm never neat with my makeup looks. The key to this is blending it out. So I'm really messy towards my lash line area, and I'm really focusing on getting the product there. And then as I move up towards my crease where I had put the other color before this one, that's when I'm going to start to be really gentle and start to blend things out. But for now, I'm really just packing on the color and making sure that the color is nice and intense. So now to make sure that everything is blended and there's no harsh lines, I'm going to go back into that color 1987 and I'm going to pick it up on a clean brush and just really intensify the crease area. I'm not bringing the color up or down, I'm just staying in that same line going back and forth. And as you saw at the end, I kind of winged it out because I want to have an intense cat eye, so I'm creating that V. Obviously, you want to put some eyeliner on your waterline and your tight line, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Ben Nye banana powder to just clean up that area. Usually I'll use like a cream eyeshadow, but I can't find half of my makeup since we moved, so I just decided to go in with my Ben Nye banana powder just underneath my brow bone to clean everything up. And I did do my brows off camera if you guys are wondering why they look so much better than they did before. Right now I'm going into the MAC foundation and I'm using a Sigma foundation brush and just buffing that in. I really wish that it took me this quick to blend out my foundation. I actually changed my hand. Yes, you saw me just change my hand because I was blending so much that my hands hurt. Like, if you're not blending till your hands hurt, girl, you're not blending properly, let me just tell you. So, okay, to make sure there's no harsh lines, I'm also going over with my beauty blender. And now, as most of you know, if you watched my last video, I have put on a bit of weight, so I wanted to go with like an intense contour, intense highlight, and that's why I'm doing this step here. It is totally optional. You don't need to do this, but I wanted to do it because I wanted to make sure my face looked very snatched and cinched and everything was perfect. So what I did was I took a Bobbi Brown foundation stick in a color lighter than my skin tone, and then I put it in areas where I would naturally put concealer and blended it out with my beauty blender. If you find that your beauty blender is getting too dry, then you can just spritz it up with some water. I have this water spreading spray that I'm going to use to spritz it up and blend everything out. Once I've blended everything out, I'm going to go in with another Bobbi Brown foundation stick, but this is the color Espresso. It's darker than my skin tone, and I'm going to use this to contour my skin. So I'm going for a heavy contour because, like I said, I want my face to literally look like I've lost 10 pounds in the matter of like 4 minutes. So that's why I'm going really hard with the contour, and I'm only using whatever's left on the brush to contour my nose. I'm not going in with additional product. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer and apply that all over the high points of my skin. So basically everywhere we applied that lighter foundation, that's what I'm going in with the concealer. This is the NARS Creamy Concealer, and don't worry guys, all the products will be listed below in the description box if I'm going too fast or if you want to know more detailed stuff about the products. So I'm placing this wherever, I'm just using whatever's left on the brush towards my lower jawline area and on my forehead, and then once again I'm going to blend everything out with my beauty blender. I love going in with the beauty blender because I just find that it makes for seamless lines. It just makes everything blend so much easier, and spritzing it throughout while you're blending really helps keep the product hydrated and moist. So now I'm going to bake. I'm going to use the Ben Nye banana powder, which I used underneath my brow bone before, and I'm going to place that underneath my area while I blend out my contour. I'm using a Sephora contour brush for this, and I'm just going back and forth wherever I place that contour. And on my nose, I'm going to use my fingers because I really want a soft contour on my nose. And you just want to do this till everything is nicely blended out. I am going to go in with a powder in a little bit, so I just do this to make sure there are no harsh lines. I'm going to apply some Ben Nye Banana powder as well around my mouth and the lower part of my face to make sure that that area is nicely sculpted. Then I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm using my Tweezerman eyelash curler, and then I'm using my new favorite mascara. This is the Buxom Lash Mascara. Guys, so good. So good, let me tell you guys. Now I'm just dusting off any of the excess powder, and then I'm just going to moisturize my skin. I love doing this in between skincare steps. I always spray my face with some type of setting spray. This is just literally plain water, and then go in with a beauty blender to make sure that water nicely seeps into my skin. Now I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown powder to contour my skin. I'm going everywhere that I had placed that cream contour before, and I'm just making sure to intensify it, make sure everything is nicely blended out. And then to make sure I look hella sculpt, I'm going to go in and I'm going to bake the bottom of my face. I'm just going to sculpt out my cheek contour and leave it there to chill for a bit while I put on my lashes. I'm using Red Cherry number 43 lashes, which are one of my favorite pairs of lashes. The amount of compliments I get when I wear this eyelash, I'm not even kidding. It is so natural. They're so easy to apply. Please, girl, do yourself a favor and try these lashes. And if you don't like them, I don't know what to say to you because I love these lashes, honestly love. So now I'm just dusting away that excess powder. I want to make sure all of the powders and everything are done for my skin before I move on to the next step, which is obviously highlight, my favorite step, come on. So I'm using the Smashbox Halo Wand, and I'm just placing that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to warm it up and then use my finger to apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. This is just going to be a base before I go in with the Opal highlighter from Becca. And I'm using that on a Sigma fluffy brush. This is an eye blending brush, but I love using it for highlighter. I'm going to place that on the tops of my cheekbones and then down the bridge of my nose. And then also for some extra boom boom, I'm going to place it underneath my brow bone. I had some mascara just transfer onto my skin, so I just used a Q-tip after it dried and blended that out. And I'm going with more highlight. I'm using Champagne Pop from, not Bob, Pop from Becca as well. And then for blush, I'm going in with this Smashbox Grind blush. I just quickly put that on the apples of my cheeks and blend it back towards my lash line. Now to complete the smoky eye look, what I'm doing is I'm taking this really thin brush. You can use a pencil brush here. I actually had no clean pencil brushes, and that's why I use this brush. This step is really easy. You're just tracing the same eyeshadow punk that we used on the lid on the lower lash line, except this time I'm tracing it out towards to make a V at the outer V of my eye area. As you can see right here, I really want to intensify that so it gives me this beautiful cat eye and it makes my eye look super fierce. I went in with this Maybelline liquid lip. It's in this beautiful metallic shiny color. I loved it. I thought it was so different and I really liked it for this look. And then on my lower lashes, I went in with that same mascara that I was using before. I also put some Kajal eyeliner in my lower lash line on both my eyelids. To set everything in place and make sure all of my makeup nicely blended together, I'm just setting my face with the Do Me setting spray from Urban Decay. And this is the completed look, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. I am so glad to be back. I have a new video coming on Monday as well, so make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to talk to you in my next video. Don't you ever forget you are so beautiful. Bye, guys!